going home, I came across Sherry, a homeless woman. As I approached her, I had my dinner in my hands, so I immediately asked her if she wanted my food. She said, "No, thank you, you won't have nothing to eat." But what she told me after really threw me back a little. She said, "What I would like very much is for you to have some coffee with me." So I did, and 2 cups of coffee later, now I have a good friend which I appreciate and admire very much. So according to the Institute for the Study of Homelessness and Poverty at the Wayne Arts Center, an estimated 254,000 homeless people reside just in LA County, which I'm sure many of us have encountered or even been asked to help them. Yet most of us will avoid, won't help, or if we're nice, give them spare change, right? Well, I have always had a passion to help homeless people. I collect different kinds of clothes, shoes, canned food, and money to give to them throughout the year. I decided to speak about this topic today because I would like to raise awareness about a topic and a problem that is occurring in our community today. As I give my speech today, I would like each and every one of you to understand that homelessness is unacceptable in LA and that we need to act to solve this problem. So first, I will talk about the problem with homelessness in LA today. After that, the cause, and finally conclude with proposing a solution. So let's begin by talking about the current status of homelessness in LA today. So according to the Bill of Rights for Homelessness and Fairness Act, last reviewed in 2013, states that no person's rights, privileges, or access to public services may be denied or retained because he or she is homeless. So with that in mind, according to the U.S. Department of Development and Urban Housing, last reviewed in 2015, there is an estimated 578,424 homeless people in the U.S., with California making up 62.7% of that surprising number. That means California is home to more than half of the whole nation's homeless population. Yet, this is something that is not new to us. We all know about Skid Row and the vast amount of people living in the streets. Yet, we don't have to go that far to witness homelessness. We can just walk down our block and see that there is a homeless person that is in need of help. So, the struggles that homelessness face every day is nothing compared to our little stress for a speech for Comp 150. They wake up every day trying to figure out if they will eat that day, if they will find a place to sleep, if the person that is sexually assaulting them will find them tonight, if they will become more addicted to drugs to forget about their problems, and if a person will belittle them for no reason at all except because they feel superior. So now that we know the problem for homelessness, we can move on to explain the cause for homelessness. So homelessness continues to be a problem because the California legislators aren't doing as they say they are, or aren't doing it fast enough because the change is not being seen. According to Gail Holland, an established LA Times writer in the homelessness department, states that California has had a 25-year-old statute that allows counties to declare a state of emergency when a significant number of homeless reside in a community. So I'm not sure what LA is waiting for to put that law into practice and therefore be able to help the thousands of people living in the streets. Additionally, according to senior editor Marcus Barham in a Huffington Post published in 2012, California's legislators began to get involved in the homelessness crisis, and they proposed $2 billion to help the homeless. Yet none of that money is being used for any use. So we're not really sure where all that money is going to because the homelessness are not being helped. So now that we talked about the cause for homelessness and the lack of help they get from the law, we can move on to explain the solution. So the solution to this problem would be to have more laws and more people that are willing to help homeless people. So one of the things but until then, we need more willful citizens to try to help the homeless instead of trying to act like if you can't. There are many things that we could do to help them by donating everyday products to them so they could be able to help themselves. There are also many organizations that are looking for people to volunteer and want to help the homeless. There are many organizations, for example, the LA Mission Shelter is always looking for volunteers, like all of us, that we could reach out and help someone. So now that we know the solution to this problem, I can conclude the topic by saying, be the change that you would like to see. So homeless people are just like any of us, just without a home, which doesn't take away the rights as citizens of this country. So first I discussed the problem with homelessness, after that the cause, and finally concluded by proposing a solution to help ease this problem in our community. So next time you see a homeless person, just remember that they are going through hardship that you know nothing about. So smile and help someone today. Famous writer Anne Frank once said, "No one has ever become poor by giving." Thank you.